In an industry plagued by sameness, the all-powerful effect when commerce overshadows creativity, few individuals stand out for doing things their own way. This series focuses on these people and finds out more about the unique takes on fashion. I'm Sophie Joy Wright, and this is Fashion on Air. This episode, I speak with Barbara Sanchez Kane, a Mexican designer with her own namesake brand. The Sanchez Kane Spring-Summer 16 collection was presented at Los Angeles Fashion Week and has been featured in Italian Vogue. To start, I'd like to just talk about your background. And you're from Mexico, and you studied overseas, and then now you're back over in Mexico, but I know you're spending a lot of time in LA. How important is your culture to your design process and aesthetic?
I use a lot of folkloristic inspiration in the garments for people that does the process, very artisanal work on it. So I think it's very important. It's like my DNA. At the end, you could tell a story from a different point of view, but always your center point will be, for me, Mexico.
Because there aren't many Mexican designers around, are there?
It's growing. I think the industry is obviously experimenting more. Like you see, the start of new designers in Mexico. There's a couple ones in New York Fashion Week, but still, it's gonna take a while.
So, do you feel like you're a bit of an outsider in Mexico in that sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then also in LA, because you presented your most recent collection at LA Fashion Week.
Maybe I was super nervous at the beginning because that was my first fashion week, but it was a very cool experience and it helped me grow so much. And I learned about all the process of being in backstage, because I had the show in Polimoda, but they take care of you. There, you need to take care of yourself. You're out in the world and it's just you. There's something quite improvisational about your style, in a sense. Yeah, I think the experimentation process is so important for a designer, because there's beautiful things that you didn't even know they could happen, and then you did a mistake, and then this beautiful thing comes in and you're oh, I didn't think about it. I work with a lot of artisanal people
in
Mexico. So these people that just speak Mayan, and Mayan not Spanish, Mayan.
Okay.
So
do you speak Mayan as well?
We use certain words in my language,
okay,
but I don't.
Okay.
I know it's certain words, but not.
So how does this work then?
Like this.
Okay.
Basically, it's signs.
Okay.
So I took them, I want them to embroider these English words in the garment. So I was okay, these are the English words, this is the order, this is how you need to do it. And they're yes, yes, yes. I'm are you sure you get it? Because you cannot just play around. Yeah. Come back next month and everything was super not coordinated. The words didn't make sense.
It wasn't what you asked for.
No. So at the end, it was a phrase that says, not is real, not. Something like that. Okay. And I was it doesn't make sense. But I was I love it, thank you.
So it worked for you?
Yeah, it worked for me, because I use, in my collection, I use the word paranoia.
Yeah.
So for me, it was the most paranoid thing. Not is real, yes. It was that this mixing of words, that it wasn't me, they were them doing it. So I think this chaos in the way you do your, designs is good.
If there are other designers that you admire or reference or look up to?
At Walter van Beirendonck is
Sure.
It's my God.
Okay.
He still surprised me every time I see a collection. He's still fresh. He's not he looks like he's enjoying what he's doing, basically. So that's what I want in the future. Keep enjoying, doing clothes. I will not be a designer if I would not enjoy it. You need to love your work.
Sure.
It's all works in life.
So you did your undergraduate degree in engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Is anything pulling through from that education into your design at all, or sort of a way of thinking, or?
No, for sure. I think I do men, and as in
menswear.
Menswear.
Yeah.
Because of that, it makes, I don't know. I think my mind went more the body of a man is more building up, and it's more structural. Let's say the clothes and everything. I don't know if that gave me engineering. But basically the collection comes from all the collections, even my graduate collection and this one, more illustration, photography, words. I draw inspiration like daily life, like, you know, people I meet. Maybe I do illustration from now, me talking to you. I could say like all the clothes, all the outfit has like, it's like a diary entry.
In the context of fashion, there are a lot of men designing women's wear, but not so often the other way. I think this is super interesting, and also you bring a lot of sort of feminist iconography and imagery into your collection for men, but without taking away a sort of sense of masculinity.
Exactly. In my bridal collection, there was like these huge men, because it was like, oh, they look like, I don't know, like they look, I like brother men, you know, like to like dress them, to create these moods. Like it's like at the end, these clothes will not be clothes if you weren't like a human wasn't wearing it.
And so what is the next chapter, your next collection? Can you tell me a bit about that?
So my next collection is like, what will happen, what's the word if like feminism was for a man? If Adam and Eve were created backwards and Eve was born before Adam. So what would the guy will fight? Actually, yesterday I was asking all these guys, like, if it was backwards, what would you like ask for? Like, what were you fighting?
So as if men were marginalized
Exactly.
since the beginning of time.
Exactly. And
what
Eve
would
was,
they be doing?
Yeah, what would they be doing?
Okay.
So it's a different aspect, because there's a lot of feminism. Like even like a lot of designers, like brands use feminism a lot. So I think this will be a new like thing, like
a new take on it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been such a pleasure.
No, it's always nice to be back to Polimoda.
Yeah.